Arabia have joined the Dutch alliance. So we have now got Arabian troops and, more importantly, Arabian money coming in. We have the French attacking the Austrians, Commonwealth moving in. This is a -1 for the Dutch. We have the Arabians, we have the Andalusians, we have even more Commonwealth coming in. 7.1% morale for Arabia. That's horrific. Again, 6.5 for the Commonwealth. Unfortunately, the Commonwealth quality is holding out, but the damage being done is actually fairly even. And in fact, I would say that the Allied powers are doing more damage against the Central powers than I would have expected, considering the Commonwealth majority in this fight. Oh, no, that's a bad roll for them. Especially as they're on a -1. 4-6 against 6-5. That's because the Arabian general's really strong. Calico's come in and probably just turned this. I mean, this is so close. We have a couple of Hungarians marching in quickly, but this centre is about to give in. There are too many troops here on the flank. We need to merge. How on earth is Bohemia holding this? And there we go. The Franco alliance has won this one. I think I'm going to call them that. This is the Allies, and then this is the Central Powers. France are chasing down the Hungarians. The Hungarians are still flowing into the area. We do have another Commonwealth stack over here, which they mustn't ignore. But that is a big deal. So Arabia being in this war, trying to get a bit of revenge, and being the ally that these guys needed, clearly, in this situation. And this is what needed to happen to take down the Commonwealth alliance. The Allies chasing up, but I would not be doing this too quickly. You still need to be careful. Like, France is almost tapped for manpower. Arabia looked almost tapped for manpower. They have 25,000 still. What's your professionalism like? Yeah, you can't get any more from that. Although, I suspect you can get a lot of mercenaries. Although, no, you're actually losing money right now. You are subsidizing Vijayanagara for 23 ducats. Why? And you're also getting knowledge sharing from Holland, which you're paying for deeply. So actually the reason the Dutch economy is still alive is because of the knowledge sharing from Arabia. That's a really expensive knowledge share. Worth it though, I mean technology is power. France, I think, are too isolated here. France is making a mistake not consolidating these back lines. Yeah, there you go. Back off, France, back off. Oh, yeah, probably too late. The Dutch trying to decide whether they should move in or not. They were caught. And this is going to be very bad for France. Although the Commonwealth did this with low morale, I think the Commonwealth made the right choice here. The Commonwealth actually has very little artillery. Again, not a huge deal. Commonwealth artillery sucks compared to everything else. And yeah, they saw the French off. The Dutch wisely not interfering. And the French just overextending. Like, ignore this, take this. This you can defend. Over here, the Central Powers are going to struggle to reinforce. Up here, though, that's
Hello.
like their turf. Hey,
my nasty surprise is taking effect a bit farther north, and I've actually substantially grown. It's a little ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, you have. This is Diviet, by the way. Sorry, I need to kind of keep an eye on Europe because there's a huge war going on.
It's alright. I'll get back to me when you're not entrenched in that, maybe.
Yeah, sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yep.
So, yeah, the Austrian and Commonwealth and Prussian forces still moving down. I haven't seen much of the Prussians in this war. We were checking on their manpower. Prussia has lost nothing, really. Commonwealth is down to 50,000 manpower. I mean, Commonwealth still has massive reserves to go. The Irish have pushed across the Irish Sea into Britain. How have they done that, considering this? I mean, if they retake this fort, then I would say that Ireland can swing this entire conflict. They are going to be fighting in Highlands. I mean, I want to keep an eye on that, but I also want to keep an eye on this. Let's go to observer mode so we can watch everything. Because the Danish are bringing in a lot of troops. The Danes are still on Tech 13s. They are still very far behind. Portugal, meanwhile, is trying to do another landing here in Galicia. Again, absorbing 21,000 of those troops. We have the Commonwealth pushing south after the French overextended. Arabia wisely keeping their forces together, ready to reinforce. We have an Andalusian stack here being cut off by the Commonwealth. Another stack there being destroyed. Andalusia, 2,000 manpower. France, 29,000. Portugal, 5. Another fight against Andalusia and Portugal. Portugal having the less... nope, morale's about the same. They just have less troops. Andalusia's doing a lot more damage with the flanks. They have some cavalry. Portugal being sent back to their ship. So Andalusia doing a fairly good job of holding off the Portuguese, but Portugal is actually being very effective as a distraction. And I wonder if one of the demands here from the Commonwealth side is let Portugal go. Peace out. White peace or something like that. Timurid. No, that's Vision. No. Vijay has arrived. Vijay is attacking the soft underbelly of Andalusia. It's not really soft because Andalusia has great defensive ideas. But they finally arrived. And in fact, Vijayanagar are going to be in the war against Arabia. So finally Vijayanagar might actually be able to participate here. Arabia needs to be a bit careful of that. These guys are slowly but surely just consolidating their forces, but they're being pulled into a smaller and smaller area. I think it's hard to know what to do here from their perspective. Maybe try and get access. Well, actually, they clearly have access through Burgundy. Maybe try and take out these Bohemian troops and provoke them into attacking. Going after the Commonwealth, I think, would be a mistake because the Commonwealth could easily reinforce, but Bohemia is kind of cut off. Whether those powers would care about an AI vassal, I don't know, but it might be enough to provoke. It's a string to pull at least. Meanwhile, Vijayanagara pushing up through Andalusia, and think Andalusia are going to have to abandon their attempts to hold on to Portugal to see off this new threat. Again, they have defensive ideas. They have pretty good hold over this stuff, so it's going to take Vijayanagara a while to move through here, and as soon as they hit Tlemcen, no. Okay, it's not going to be until they hit Trushiatopia that Andalusia is really going to care. These two, yeah, they're good forts, but it's not really until Tlemcen where the territory is on your favour. Here's another big fight. France again provoking Commonwealth attack. Commonwealth being on the -1 here. A lot of Commonwealth troops coming in. Arabia clearly distracted by other affairs. Arabia needs to move. Like their entire army, just grab them all. Move into this. This is a big fight and it is on your terms. But I don't think they've got the troops there. I mean, their front line is actually holding surprisingly well. The front line for the Central Powers is wavering. We do have Prussians, we do have Commonwealth, we do have Austrians, so all of them are present. But these guys are doing a surprising amount of damage. I'm actually surprised that the casualties are this weighted against the Commonwealth. Considering the sheer quality of those Commonwealth troops, I think this is again the crazy 6'5" Arabian general, like being that just that little bit of extra that they need. Arabian troops aren't that much stronger. They have a lot of artillery in the back line, but it's the front lines. Oh dear, they have artillery in the front. I think they've done it again. No, their front line's collapsing. We've got Andalusia. Can they make it on time? They cannot. And they are already locked in, so this is going to be an Andalusian stack wipe. And these are troops that they really need against Vijayanagara. Yeah, this is definitely a stack wipe. That's really unfortunate. Had they been a little bit closer, again, that, I would say, is down to Portugal. Being that distraction that the Commonwealth needs. Like, actually, the Central Powers owe Portugal big time here. The question is whether they'll pay up. Arabian discipline carrying that fight. Is that what Arabia's doing? Like, I am astonished that they're holding out this well. Holland is requesting you come to their aid in the Malian reconquest of Cahors. Mali coming in for Revengi against that Dutch invasion. This is some of the last Dutch territory except for South Africa. This could have been one of the areas where the Dutch rebuild a mercenary army, but they haven't been doing so. Unlike Portugal, I should mention. Portugal fighting their harass guerrilla war extremely well. I have to say, I'm impressed. That's been good. And yeah, that was disastrous for Andalusia. I suspect Andalusia might be knocked out of this war because of the Vijayanagara. And the reason for that is because they were forced to split their armies, and Andalusia was getting too greedy. I think Andalusia needs to peace out Portugal, say, okay, we tried, we failed. Oh, Austria being completely isolated and destroyed here. This is very bad for Austria. This is a -1 for Arabia, but this was a good engagement. This was a very good engagement. I think it was actually France who spotted that one. Pushing the Austrians back. Good. Although, that's their best general. Oops. Although he can easily be repositioned. It's not like generals die if their army dies. I don't know if the Central Powers owe Portugal is kind of a wash since the war saved Portugal big time as well. I'm not sure it did. Well, yeah, I guess. It really depends on whether Portugal can negotiate a peace treaty. I mean, the Central Powers will want to keep Portugal in the war because they are such a huge distraction, but Portugal also wants out. Are you receiving subsidies from anyone? No. Oh, that's Arabia. You are... Yes, you are receiving subsidies from Austria, so it's Austria that's keeping Portugal in. So they are aware what Portugal is doing here. And I'm going to keep saying this because Portugal is playing that really, really well. Got Hungarians down here in Andalusia, but this is just tearing Andalusia apart. Andalusia, I think, needs to start using their fleet. Their fleet has been completely passive this entire time. They need to start trying to eke out a little bit of naval superiority. We've got Danish pirates, meanwhile, down here in the south. What are they doing? Are they going up to Sevilla? Genoa? Genoa. Genoa is French income? Not Austria. France is collecting from here. Oh, France is doing the collecting from multiple trade nodes. That's almost never a good idea. Particularly right now, while France has absolutely no control of this. Like, just stop collecting there. It's not worth it. It's costing you the money that you could be collecting in Champagne, despite the fact that it's currently occupied. Although, as we've seen from the Dutch, you can still earn a lot of money while occupied from trade. Like, if the Danes really wanted to hurt the Dutch, the problem is they don't. Because the Dutch... Oh, sorry, the Danes are collecting money from the Dutch because of their trade agreement. Alright. I was trying to check up on the Arabian military power and I got completely distracted from doing that. 10, 20, 20. So the Arabian forces are quite strong. Where's discipline? Military... Where is discipline? 120%. Crikey, yes, they do have that discipline. Discipline in wars against players is good. Discipline against rebels, not so much. I still rate combat ability more than discipline, but that's definitely going to be dampening the amount of damage that the Commonwealth is doing, because discipline reduces damage done as well as increasing the damage you do. But there's definitely a little bit of a stalemate here as people are trying to get into a better position. Prussia trying to take down Montpellier right now, but it's open ground. You don't want to be crossing that river. Vivare could be a good one to defend. And France does have a fairly substantial number of troops there. Lyonnais. I mean, actually what I think I would do is...
Mordred, we're having some issues.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to do a rehost real quick.
Okay.
Like, it just like keeps freezing and unfreezing.
Yeah, okay, no worries. We'll do a rehost. Let me just save this so we have a copy. So how's this war going? You were worried about sitting here doing nothing today, Helson. That has not been the case. Oops, server lost. Just saving real quick.
But we have managed to do what I wanted to do. We sieged through France. Now I can...
You're cutting out big time, Helson. I'm missing half of what you're saying.
I said my goal was to siege through France so I can get to Portugal, so I can unsiege Portugal.
So this was to save Portugal. I did wonder.
Yes, it was our only way to get into the war, so...
And you're definitely going to have to watch the VOD because Portugal has been playing a masterful game of guerrilla warfare. Like, it
He's
is
in our chat.
It's a pleasure to watch.
He's like, I landed and I wiped them, and I got away before their besieging army were just laughing, like, way to go.
It is an absolute pleasure to watch. Like, I would have to say that they are mission critical for how this war is going in your favor, because they've
he's tying down Andalusia
completely.
We're outnumbered enough as is. So we don't need another.
Andalusia is the one that could swing this because they've got enough morale to match France. They still had a little bit of manpower, not a huge amount, but they're also basically resistant to fire damage. But yeah, that minus 66% disembark time, it's huge. Who's playing as Portugal? Blue Kiwi.
So the server's up.
Cool. I'll be in soon. Still loading. Gammy Dragon, I think I missed your subscription earlier. I'm sorry about that. Thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Immortalings. Yeah, I saw Silveros. Yeah, I totally missed Gammy Dragon. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you. Right, multiplayer. Connect to player. Game. We still have 45 minutes today to go as well. Like, this is not over. Like, the same guideline exists in this as does in the developer clash, and that's you don't want a war going between sessions, because then the diplomatic agreements that can go on behind the scenes can really swing a war one way or the other. So you really want to end any wars before the end of the session. And they still have a ways to go. Let's actually have a word with Diviet while we're loading here. Who was Diviet?
This is Netherlands here, Holland. So apparently this war kicked off because we betrayed Austria. And I have no idea how we betrayed Austria.
I don't know either. Have you asked Austria?
The only thing... he just keeps saying, get out of my call. What don't you understand about getting out of my call?
Oh.
Yeah, that's all the words I've received. It's more his allies that are telling me that.
Okay.
Yeah, so this war is just a big...
Well, there's also the verbal war that you and Austria have been having in community chat.
That's just banter between us.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll literally just talk to each other. No, if I actually upset him, I'm sorry, but I actually have no idea. It's most likely because France took a province because he pieced out with an AI. That's what I'm thinking.
Which was Nice?
Aragon.
No, they did actually take one from Austria, which was Vorarlberg.
Yeah, Fork. Yeah, that's one.
That could well
That's
be
what
what
I'm
they're
thinking.
talking about, if there was an agreement between France and Austria.
Well, it kind of went out the door when Aragon became a AI, because the whole thing between France and Austria was Austria would help him kill Aragon.
Right.
But because Aragon, became an AI, he didn't need the help anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah, that definitely mixed things up a bit, and it was a fairly late withdrawal, so...
It threw all our plans into the wind.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we didn't mean to declare on Austria, but we didn't know he was the defender of the faith. Like, we weren't planning on that. We were fine with leaving him out.
That's not true. Some of your teams declared that war specifically to stop him being defender of the faith.
That was me that came in and gloated about that, just because I'm an arsehole.
So it was. I was like, hang on, I'm pretty sure that you came in and gloated. We declared this war because he was defender of the faith. So what you just told me is completely untrue.
We declared this war and he was brought in because he was defender of the faith. That's what I kind of meant, and that's all I thought we got out of it. But apparently, no, we took a province.
Okay.
But
yeah, you did. So you might want to have a word with France, because I think that France may have committed a bit of an oopsie there.
I think France and Austria should have a talk, if anyone.
Have a word with Austria's allies to say, hey, Austria and France should be talking if that's where the issue lies. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to get too involved because this is player diplomacy, and I don't want to cause any
funny.
tensions. But
it's funny.
That's probably what you should do.
Yeah. I mean, I lose nothing out of this war. I get my alliances cancelled. That's about it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the outcome of a humiliation was, because this is only a humiliation.
They can't return cores. They can't take land. They can't do anything apart from humiliate, show strength, take trade, etc. But, like, all my alliances will be up before their truce ends with me again, so like all the alliance breaks will be back. Yeah, I don't know, this war's very confusing.
There's definitely going to be words had in chat after this, I feel.
Oh yeah. And let it be known, Austria's weak.
Okay.